favorite games. From 100 to 1, he'll explain every one. Action, trivia, fantasy, and more. Stay tuned to see what's in store, so you can play the game, play the game, play the game.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and once again I'm being joined here by Jason Levine. Hello.
Hey.
We are now entering Jason's top 50 games of all time.
Yes,
We expect great things.
these are all awesome. I mean, I always use the word awesome, but we're looking at...
To the point where he has worn it out and it means absolutely nothing.
No, it still means a lot. If I say something's awesome, it's really, really, really well done.
You can eat a hot dog and you're like, it's awesome.
It depends where I get the hot dog from.
All right, let's get started here into number 50.
So my number 50, I'm going to take us back a little bit, is Magic the Gathering.
No, I didn't put that one down. I'm still good. Still good.
I was playing Magic back when it first came out. I had tons of black border cards, sold a lot of them, and I really liked the game. I mean,
Well, it's obvious it's still number 50. Even you probably even played it for several years.
I haven't. In fact, I sold most of my cards back. I bought them in 93 when they came out. I sold most of them back in 96, so I didn't get quite the value for my Black Lotuses, but whatever. You know, life goes on. And I still have so many left because the guy only wanted my rare stuff. He's like, oh, I only want those Black Lotuses and those Moxes, and he took those and left me with a whole bunch of comments so I can still play with the original set, the Arabian set. No, I haven't bought anything recently.
Now you're going to have people emailing you, asking you for these cards. But see, you're not a big fan of the collectible genre.
I'm not. I mean, I was back then, but, you know, as time goes by, you realize that I'd rather collect games and collect expansions for games than have to go and collect individual cards and keep buying more to get the card. There's only a few collectible games I like. There's one that's going to be further down my list, but in general, I am not a big collectible fan anymore, even though Magic is still a great game. I mean, I'm assuming everyone here watching our video has played Magic, so they understand the mechanics. You're playing out a mana card,
right.
You're tapping
you
your mana.
To explain them. Great.
It's still, I think even to this day, and they've streamlined the rules, they've changed things along the way, I still think it holds up, and it is a wonderful, wonderful game.
Okay.
My number 49 is Orleans.
Orleans.
Orleans. I'm thinking New Orleans, so I call it Orleans, even though...
I think it's New Orleans. Anyway, okay. So Orleans, this is a bag building game where you're getting discs and putting them in a bag, or tokens and putting them in a bag and then pulling them out. Kind of like a deck building game, but with tokens.
Yes, and the cool thing about this, and why I really like it, is I like that bag building aspect. It's different than Dominion. It's different than a deck building game in the sense that you don't go through your whole deck before you get new ones. As you're getting these tokens, you put them in your bag, but you're only able to draw a certain amount out, and then when you use them, they go back to the bag. So you might buy a token and never use it the whole game. Chances are it'll come out at some point, but you don't know that you're going to get everything every turn. You don't know that everything's ever going to come up. So you have to mitigate your bag. You have to get rid of tokens. There's a way to get rid of tokens along the way to make sure you have the right amount of tokens that you can get the tokens you want to do the actions you want. And the tokens give you your actions. It is wonderful. We talked about this many times. I think it should have won the Kenner Spiel, and I think it is an amazing game. It has long legs. It's going to be a game that people talk about more than a year from now for sure. And I know the deluxe version that Tasty Minstrel just put out looks incredible.
Yeah, because it's in the corner over here. You're looking at it.
It is.
All right. Orleans.
My number 48 is Dune.
D-U-N-E. Dune.
Dune, yeah, Dune, not Dune.
What about Imperium Rex or...
No, Dune. Right. I mean, yes, Fantasy Flight has their own made-up world as well, and Rex is a good game as well. I mean, it's basically the same game. But Dune, the theme of Dune, who doesn't like Dune. I mean,
Well, there are some people,
you have
I'm
the
sure.
Emperor, you have the Harkonnen, you have the Fremen, and basically it's a reskin of Cosmic Encounter.
Well, okay, first of all, not true. But
Yes, true.
they basically, well, no, because it's not Cosmic Encounter. It's very different. The only thing it has in similarity with Cosmic Encounter is that people have different powers. Combat is different. The whole game, everyone has different victory conditions. It's a very different game.
It's
Also, a couple things that you need to make clear about Dune, and I don't know if you agree with these or not, but it is a lengthy game. But
It is.
Secondly, it only works optimally with a full
with
complement
six.
of players
Yes,
of 6.
I agree.
And this is why it would never make my list, because you need 6 people for 4+ hours.
But you can get it. Every time I play Dune,
Not
I'm able to get
needed.
6 people.
How many times do you play Dune?
How many times have I played it? Like,
No, not how many times have you played it. I'm saying like these days. If you brought it to our gaming meetup, I think you'd have a hard time getting 5 people.
they were playing Dune, 4 months ago at our gaming meetup? So it was played 4
And all
months
those
ago.
people swore to never play it again.
Maybe. Well, that's because there were some slow people and it took like 10 hours when it shouldn't have. But I
Don't get me
love
wrong, I
it.
like the game. I think it's a good choice.
I feel it's an advancement on Cosmic Encounter. I know the mechanics are different. I know
The way you said that garbage, it came out like a...
it's an
There are very
advancement.
similar times where they came out. It's not an advancement.
It is an advancement. It
Garbage,
uses
garbage.
the same. Instead of you picking a random
Been
power,
nice in the whole list.
you have a specific power, but the thing works the same. Your area controlling for different things. Instead of using your planets, you're using a map, and it's a better game because it has theme. It has real theme, and that's why I love Dune. It's better than Cosmic Encounter. He's never going to agree with me on this, but it is.
It's such a horrible thing. I can't even listen to this. We're going to the next number.
My number 47 is Outpost. Actually, there's been a whole bunch of games in the same line as Outpost, Scepter of Zavendor and Phoenicia, and they're all the same kind of, you bid.
Do you think Outpost is better than both those two you just mentioned?
Well, Outpost is the original. I like Scepter of Zavendor a lot. It streamlined things, but Outpost is the original. It's the game that made this whole line of...
These are kind of like, what he's talking about here are engine building games. In a sense, you start with a few things you can do, and you buy more, and then I can do this, and pretty soon by the end game you can really do big things.
Yes, and the things that you're doing is you're engine building to get more bidding power, because they're essentially bidding games. So you start with a little bit of bidding power, like two cards of this and 1 card of this. In Outpost, it's water and ore, and then eventually you could build, iron and all these better materials, and then like galactic materials. And so as you're building these better materials, the materials have random number of cards and different amounts. You use them to bid on better things. So every turn you're bidding, you're buying one thing, maybe multiple things, and you're expanding your production power to get more bidding power. And it is wonderful, wonderful game. I love the mechanic. I love it in Scepter of Zavendor, in Phoenicia. It's engine building with bidding, which is a great, great combination.
It's a little long for what it is, and it has a very strong rich get richer problem.
Yes.
I think that Scepters and Phoenicia both do a better job, honestly, of the same thing.
Yeah, they mitigate the last place. So if you're in last place, you actually get discounts when you buy things, so it helps to keep the game close. I agree with the rich gets richer aspect, but I don't mind that. When I'm playing the game, I don't mind.
He's in front place.
Even when I'm not in first place, even when I'm behind, I don't mind, because I just love bidding. I want to buy this. I really want to buy this. I'm going to bid this much because I want to buy it. And, you buy it, and then you go on to the next phase, and you just hope that you're doing well. And if you don't win, you don't win, but it's great.
All right.
My number 46 is Retsic Verkan, or as we call it now, Lifeboats.
Yeah, let's just use the English names. Come on now.
Well, when I first bought it, I bought the German version like most people did. I assume you did too, right?
No, mine's called Lifeboats.
Mine was called Retsic Verkan originally.
Yes, it's very helpful to you guys. Look for Lifeboats.
Well, here's the thing. I would rather get the German version. Not that I don't like the Z-Man version,
goodness.
but the German version had these dials that you could dial, instead of having cards where you play them to pick your action.
But
you
the boats
had
are
the
better
dial.
in the new version.
No, they're the same. They're exactly the same. They're wooden boats with little people. This is a cutthroat game. This is a very cutthroat game.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna be friends after you play this game.
This game is all about you're sailing these lifeboats, trying to get your ship has sunk. You're on lifeboats. The lifeboats are slowly moving to land, and you're trying to make it to land to get your guys off the lifeboats. But you vote in it, and you vote to throw people out of lifeboats, and you vote to sink lifeboats. So by the end of the game, maybe 5 tokens made it across. Maybe 8 tokens made it across.
Yeah,
it
not many people make it.
It depends how violent it is, but
always violent.
And the worst thing is, if you're being mean, people can just jump out of the boat and jump into a different boat. Now they're like, now I'm in your boat. I'm going to throw you overboard. And it is a cruel, vicious, mean game, but so much fun to play. I never go into it taking it personally. I go in saying I'm going to have the best time. I don't care if I win or lose. In a game like this,
because we're throwing you overboard.
You did. The last time we played, I think I scored 0. I don't think any of my guys made it to shore the last time we played.
I never win this game either.
But it's wonderful. If you like cutthroat games, it is one of the best cutthroat games out there. My number 45 is Nurishima Hex.
Oh, well, you and Z agree on this one. He really loves this game.
I do. I like abstract games, and to me, this is more of an abstract game rather than it's sort of a war game, but I consider it more of an abstract than anything else. And I don't know if Z feels this way, but I feel that it's best as a 2-player game, even though
I think most people think that.
It works. You can play it up to 4 and have lots of people on the map.
Nah, most people play it too.
But yeah, I think the 2-player is the best version of it. I like the unique factions. I like what they do. I like the simple map. I mean, you're using a small little grid for where you are placing your pieces and which angles they can shoot other pieces. And I really like the abstract nature, how each faction really has a different feel to it. So one faction might be good at doing one aspect on the board, and another faction is good at doing another. There's been a lot of expansion factions. I have the whole set of them, and this is one of the best abstract games on the market. It's something that if you haven't heard of it or seen it, it's something you should try to find and go and get because it is that good of a game.
All right.
My number 44 is Yggdrasil. I'm not a huge...
You better look at the spelling below because you'll never get that from what you said.
Yes, Yggdrasil. I'm not a huge, I guess, co-op gamer. I like some co-op
games. He likes to crush
games.
his enemies and drive them weeping before him.
No, I like some games, but in general, co-ops aren't my thing because...
He tells everyone what to do and then they get mad at him.
Yeah, because I alpha game it sometimes. Even though in our latest co-op game, which I think...
You did not alpha game it.
I did not alpha game it.
You're playing with strong-willed people and we don't listen to you.
They don't. But why I like Yggdrasil so much is it's not just a regular old co-op game where it's a puzzle and one person can really play it on their own. Yggdrasil is a full-on Euro that also is a co-op. So there's a lot you have to do in it. You have to really figure out a lot of things. You have to figure out how many bad pieces are in the bag. You have to really... There's so many different aspects to the game. I don't even know what aspect I like best, but I love the Euro aspect. I love that there's different tracks, so you have to really work on each track. I love how the gods come out and you have to fight. You have to fight each time, and you have to get through a whole deck of fighting. And we always play with the maximum players because it makes it harder, which is 6 players, and we still haven't won with 6 players. We made it to the last card once.
I haven't won this, period.
We made it to the last card once and didn't win, but in smaller players I've won. In 6 we haven't won yet, but I really want to because it is so good, and I love the theme. I love the Norse theme. Everything about it is just great. The Yggdrasil is a game that went under the radar for a lot of people, but it's a game that is definitely worth checking out. My number 43 is Maneuver.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Why?
Well, no, I think Maneuver's okay, but it's such a light war game.
It is a light game. And in fact...
it's all about, maneuvering.
Yes.
Around your opponents.
I was going to say it's more it's not so much a war game, it's more of an abstract game that is sort of a war game.
Abstract.
It's an abstract game. It fits in the Neuroshima Hex kind of thing, but it's got a really cool push and pull mechanic where you're kind of pushing, pulling the pieces. You don't have to worry about a lot of things in big war games like line of sight or things like that. It's pretty much flanking. You don't have to worry about any of that. This is just, you push a piece, they push a piece. You have cards that control your different pieces. So similar to like a Battle Cry or games like that, you move pieces, but you're kind of pushing because you want to, at the end of the game, either have killed a certain amount of your opponent's pieces or gotten more pieces on their side of the board than they got on your side of the board. So it's a much more abstract game. I consider it in the abstract family, even though I guess it is a war game because it's simulating the Napoleonic Wars. But it's only a 2-player game, so I might be France, you might be England, or I might be Austria, and you might be Prussia. And if you like simple, easy-to-play war games or abstracted war games, this one's great. This is amazing, wonderful, wonderful game.
All right. Wow. Still surprised, though.
My number 42 is Seasons.
Oh, wow. That's pretty high up there. But this would tie into your number 50, Magic the Gathering.
Yes.
Because Seasons gives you a lot of the same feelings as Magic does.
Yes, but it's better than Magic.
Obviously.
8 places. By 8 places. It's the dice in Seasons. The dice and how you pick up your do I need to pick up more stars so I could put more cards out? Do I need to pick up more materials of the 4 different materials so I could build what I need to build with my cards? And every turn it's really tricky on which dice you want to take, when you're going to sell stuff, when you're going to take things in. You don't start with all your cards, you start with 3, then you get another 3 and another 3. Your splitting of your cards is great in this. The drafting at the beginning of drafting and taking your cards is great in this. Everything about this game is great. The cards, if you get the right assortment of cards, you could chain the cards together for really great powers. Every expansion has added a lot to the game, more cards, more extra things. Seasons is a incredible game. When I first was taught it, and Stefan had his copy there were stickers. It wasn't even like the carved dice. It was like these dice with stickers on it. And I was like, wow, this is going to be a hit. And that was a few years ago. And the game has been a hit. And Seasons is great. If you like building up and playing out cards and getting more powers, this is a game that I know you will like.
All right, cool. All right, last one for today.
My number 41, which is San Juan.
Okay, not surprised.
I really like it. I had a tough time deciding what I wanted to do in terms of all these, because Race for the Galaxy didn't make my list. It's
wow. Now that I'm surprised about. Well, I know why it's not on your list, because this game, San Juan, and another game combined take it out.
Yes, exactly.
But wow, I mean, I like San Juan, but I'd rather play Race any day.
Well, San Juan to me is a simpler game, and you have more control. Race for the Galaxy, you have control, but you have to decide which action you're going to play, and you have to hope that other people do the action. In San Juan, you have much more control over your actions. I personally like to play a best in 2, but I think it works in every number. And it really feels like Puerto Rico, but a card version of Puerto Rico. And Puerto Rico is incredible, so taking Puerto Rico and turning it into a card version where you're using actions similar to Puerto Rico and building out your tableau of cards of production buildings and cool power buildings is great. I mean, San Juan is one of those games that was just reprinted with all the expansions too. All the expansions came. You don't have to go fishing for those expansions anymore or trying to hunt them down. You can now get everything in the box, and it is a game that I think should be in every single person's collection out there.
Oh, I don't have it because I have Race for the Galaxy.
Right. We differ.
Okay. Well, there we go. That's 10 more games. Well, some good ones in there. Some good ones.
Yes.
Starting to improve my opinion of your taste in games. Except for that nonsense about Dune. But anyhow, thank you guys for watching. I'm Tom Vasel.
Jason Levine.
We'll see you soon.